All right, hello, welcome to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So I hope everyone is doing well. So today is going to be a new reading. It's a pick a card, but it's going to be what is blocking your manifestations right now. So we'll take a look at that. We have three crystals, or three piles here. So just take a moment to see which pile resonates with you, and then we'll jump in. If you guys want to book something personal, as always, my information is down below for personal readings. In addition, I do have online courses. So there's a self-love course, also a twin flame course, and then guided meditations. Okay, so that's all available down below. Now, I don't know how the audio is going to turn out. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. I have the doors open here, so you might be able to hear the outside. So I apologize, if that is the case. Next time I'll just make sure that the audio is better. It's just hard for me to tell right now, so hopefully all is well. But let's take a look. So this is pile number 1. Okay, starting with the pyrite, we have pile number 2 and pile number 3. So let's take a look. I'm just going to move these ones over. So let's see, what is blocking your manifestations? This could be any manifestation. Maybe it's career, money. We do have pyrites. This could be about money. This could be about love. This could be about health, anything. So let's see what's blocking you right now. Okay. Yeah, this is most likely about money. Now, it doesn't have to be, but we do have the first chakra here. So this talks about stability. This can also have to do with your finances. And if you did choose pyrite, this does typically deal with money and success. Okay, we have refocus. We have strength. The 5 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. And we have lack of trust. Okay. So for those of you who chose pile 1, it's most likely about money. But if it isn't, you can still apply this message. You don't have to click off, but you can check out the other piles if it's about love or something like that. Keep in mind, I haven't looked at any of the other piles, so I don't know what that's going to reveal. But this strongly does seem like it's something related to either career or finances. But again, it could be related to anything, okay? So what's blocking you right now? Okay? Big time, lack of trust, especially with the root chakra. So these kind of go hand in hand, all right? So when our root chakra is not balanced, so this is the main issue here that you guys are needing to deal with. If you chose this pile, right now your root chakra is out of balance. So sometimes our root chakra can go out of balance when we've dealt with trauma in our past, or maybe we grew up in a very unsafe or volatile environment. So a lot of you guys are needing to heal your root chakra. That's a huge reason why you're blocked right now, because there's this kind of lack of trust. It's like either one, you're not trusting yourself, or you're not trusting in the divine or the higher spirit, or it could be a combination of both, okay? Some of you guys, what's blocking your manifestation is that you have a tendency to procrastinate a lot, okay? So you may find yourself setting, like, let's say, this is just an example, but maybe you set a goal for yourself and then you don't follow through. It's like you get distracted with something else, or you say, oh, I'm gonna start that business today, and then you end up doing something else. Or, oh, I'm gonna call that person that I've been wanting to talk to, but then you do something else. It's like you get easily distracted, and this is kind of blocking your manifestation because there needs to be some sort of momentum towards what you want. But it seems that the other reason is that you're needing to build your confidence more, okay? It's like, overall, I'm getting what's blocking you is that you're needing to believe in yourself, okay? You're needing to trust yourself, trust spirit. But most importantly, it's about trusting yourself, okay? It's about having confidence to know that whatever you take on or whatever you try to achieve, that you can do it. But a lot of you guys are too focused on what other people think with the 5 of Wands, or you're too focused on like competition, like you're comparing yourself to other people. And sometimes when we compare ourselves, it can be motivating, but sometimes it can also be defeating in some sense, because you look around and you go, oh, they have all these things that I have or that I don't have. And then you start feeling lack, okay? So a lot of you guys are comparing yourself to people too much. And then we have the 6 of Cups here. So what's blocking your manifestations is you're too focused on what has already happened. You're needing to open up to the fact that things can change. Your past doesn't have to keep repeating itself. So it's almost like opening yourself up to new possibilities, and recognizing that just because something has been the same way for maybe a year, 2 years, or 10 years, that doesn't mean that it can't change. Like, I'll give you an example, like a more practical example. So let's say your whole life, maybe you've made a really low income and you've always wanted to make a high income, or you had some sort of goal, but your whole life you haven't. So there's kind of that belief of, well, it hasn't happened yet, so why would it happen now? So a lot of you guys are needing to kind of release the past. Some of you, it's like you keep recreating your past experiences, okay? But yeah, so that's the main thing that I'm getting. So we have the root chakra healing. Some of you guys are needing to deal with your procrastination, building your confidence, stop comparing yourself to other people. Competition will always be out there, right? But it's how we deal with it. And then really just kind of finding that faith, like faith in yourself, faith in the universe, and trusting that things can actually change for you and they don't have to be how they were in the past. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. That's what I have for number 1. Okay, so let's move on to pile number 2. So let's see here. What is blocking your manifestation? Let's take a look. We have the, wow, we got a lot of chakras coming out. Last one we had the first chakra, now we have the third chakra. We have contemplation. We have the devil. We have justice. We got Libra energy, Capricorn. We have the 9 of swords. And we have emptiness. Okay, so right off the bat, this is a really clear message. What's blocking your manifestation is you guys are too obsessed about it. So whether it's love or whether it's money, health, whatever it is, you guys are too obsessed. It's like, even with the 9 of swords, there's a lot of fear, okay? But these 2 cards to me represent being in your head a lot, or just being so fixated on something that it's almost consuming you. So that's the thing about manifestation that you have to be careful about, is there's a fine line between, like, say, visualizing or being obsessively in your head about something or someone. So a lot of you guys are, what's blocking you is that there's this kind of fixation, like, I need to have this, and almost to the point where it's coming from this feeling of emptiness. It's coming from this feeling of, I'm not quite whole yet, I'm not quite complete, I need this thing outside of me to fulfill me in some way. And especially with the contemplation card here, what it's saying is that you're not grounded right now. So a lot of you guys, you're in your head so much that you're not grounded, and this is blocking your manifestation, okay? Because I feel like a lot of you guys, whatever this manifestation is, again, whether it's like a love interest or money, it seems to me like you're visualizing a lot. So a lot of you guys could be spending a lot of time like affirming it or visualizing it, but it's too much. There has to be a balance. We have justice here. You guys need to have a balance between the spiritual and manifestation world and the physical world of reality. There has to be a blending of the two, right? Because if you want to take a manifestation from something that is not quite material yet and you want to bring that into the physical world, there needs to be a blending of both. But some of you guys are too much in that kind of spiritual vibe, in your head too much, where you need to ground the energy so that it can actually manifest, okay? But the reason why it hasn't quite yet as well is because of confidence. So we have the solar plexus chakra. So when this is out of balance, this means that we need to work on how we feel about ourselves. We need to work on who we are, our personal identity. Do we feel good about ourselves? Do we know why we're here? Do we have a purpose? So a lot of you guys are dealing with this feeling of emptiness deep down. And so you're using manifestation or whatever the specific thing is to kind of like fill the void or almost complete you in some way. And that's why there's this obsession. So there needs to be a sense of wholeness within yourself first, and then you'll notice that when you manifest something, you don't have to be focused on it so much during the day. Maybe you do an affirmation in the morning or a visualization in the morning, and then you kind of just let it go and you live your life and you enjoy your life. But for some of you guys, in your daily life, you're feeling kind of empty, or you might be feeling like you're not super fulfilled. So it's almost like you're obsessing over this manifestation because you feel like it's going to make you happier than what you are now, okay? And it's that energy that's actually blocking it right now. So big message here about finding balance, okay? Again, I just keep it, because even like with here, we have the Justice card, which is related to Libra energy, which is an air sign, and then the Capricorn is all about the Pentacles. So it's really, like I was saying, it's a blend of air, which is thoughts, right? Being in your head, and then the Pentacles, which is about grounding. So it's like I keep getting this message that you need to blend, or you need to kind of balance out thoughts and reality. So you can be in your head and visualize, but then you need to ground yourself and not get too caught up in your head, because a lot of you guys are just too stressed out about this 9 of Swords, and this very anxiety is what's actually blocking it. Too much fear. Okay, so that's what I have for pile number 2. So I hope it was helpful. I know my readings can be very blunt, but I intend to do that because I feel like the clearer the message and the more direct, the more you can actually use the information to help yourself. I'm not the kind of reader that likes to sugarcoat anything, because I don't think it helps anyone if you sugarcoat things. Okay, so let's take a look at number 3. So if you guys chose the clear quartz, let's see what's blocking your manifestation. So we have storm warning, we have release, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have withdrawn. Okay, so this is interesting. Pile 3. I haven't got this message for any of the other piles, so what I'm actually getting for you guys, if you chose this pile, is I feel like whatever this manifestation is that you've been working on it very hard. Like, you've put a lot of effort. 8 of Pentacles. So maybe you've been working on this for a long time, or you've just put a lot of your energy into it, and there's a sense of disappointment. 5 of Cups. There's a sense of like not getting what you want, or some of you guys might have felt that you missed an opportunity somehow, or I'm hearing the word disappointment. So if this is about a person, maybe you put a lot of effort into a person and it only led to sadness. Maybe this person withdrew their energy from you. So the message that I'm actually getting for pile number 3 is you guys are being called to let go of this manifestation. Now, don't worry though. Don't worry about it, because some of you might be thinking, I'm not ready, or I don't want to, or I'm not going to because I've worked so hard for this. But Spirit is saying you have something new coming in, okay? But you can't get whatever this new thing is that's going to be really good for you, whether it's money or a new person. You can't have this new thing until you release the old, okay? A lot of you guys are needing to let this go or release the old. And I feel like if you keep pursuing whatever this situation is, whatever you were thinking about when you picked this pile, it's going to get worse. We have the storm warning here. So if you keep putting effort into the situation, for a lot of you guys, I feel like it's a relationship. Or it's like, yeah, I feel like it's a relationship. It could be like maybe, to me this looks like something very specific. Like, I feel like whatever this manifestation is, it's very specific. It's either like a specific person, or it's a specific job, a specific career, a specific goal. And because it's so specific, you're struggling to let it go. But I feel like if you don't let it go, it's going to get worse, is what it's saying. We have the storm warning card here. So it's almost like this reading is that it's kind of advice. It's almost advice to let this go. But don't worry, because sometimes we get scared to let things go, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen. Something new is going to come in, okay? But new energy can't come in until we release the old. Keep that in mind. There's only so much space for things. So a lot of you guys are needing to withdraw your energy from this manifestation. As much as you have worked hard on it, don't worry, this effort is going to pay off, but it might not pay off in the way that you think. So some of you guys might think, oh, you know, I've been working so hard towards this specific job. I don't think it's going to be that job, but it's going to be something really good. So don't worry. Like, you don't have to worry. You're going to be happy with whatever comes in. But a lot of you guys are too focused on the loss. You're focused on what you haven't achieved yet, or you're focused on what you haven't attained. Okay? And you don't even see what's on the other side. See this 5 of Cups? This guy doesn't see that there's 2 cups still standing behind him. Okay, typical 5 of Cups energy message. It's like not seeing opportunity because you're so focused on what you've lost, or it's like crying over spilled milk. But it's already happened. It's almost like you know that this situation has been disappointing, so why keep focusing on it? Focus on something new. I feel like the message here is that what's blocking you is that you keep holding on to something that's kind of dried out or stale. And so you're needing to release whatever this is and open yourself up to something new. Okay? So that's the message that I have for pile number 3. So I hope that this was helpful. If you guys want to book your own personal reading, my information is down below. Alright? I also have online courses and guided meditations. But I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all of the best on your journeys. Take care.